Amethyst, selenite, tourmaline, rose quartz, clear quartz, lapis, tiger's eye, small ones, big ones, smooth ones, rough ones. What do you do with crystals? How do you use crystals? And what's the best way to get started when it comes to crystals? I'm going to be covering the basics on how to get started using crystals and also how to incorporate crystals into your meditation practice. As a foundational basic to just get started, I want you to think of Mother Earth. And Mother Earth is this living organism. And just like we have chakras, the Earth has chakras. It has ley lines. It has energy meridians. And so you want to think of Mother Earth as this embodiment of energy, this planetary system, this one piece of a bigger whole that holds energy, and the crystals are ways to access this larger energy grid. So crystals are simply coming from the earth, coming from the planet, and providing you some sort of energetic support. So crystals can provide support. They can support you in manifestation. They can support you with your energy field as a whole to attract something that you desire or to settle your energy. There are some crystals that will also increase your capacity to manifest more, but also your spiritual path. So let's start with amethyst. This would be like a geode open. I love these. I think they're beautiful. We have light pieces and darker pieces. I found a supplier out of Africa that I really loved. And so you'll notice that amethyst can show up in a lot of different ways. These are all rough cut amethyst. So if you happen to find a smooth amethyst that you love, please by all means don't discard it and think that one way to go with your stones is the right way. So these are all rough cut amethysts. Amethysts are great for your health, your well-being, and calming the body, calming the mind, calming the spirit as well. A favorite way to wear your amethyst is through a nice, beautiful necklace. This is like an open geode, but very beautiful. And when you hang it, it hangs right in with your heart chakra. So that's kind of a nice way to do that as well. So amethyst is one of my favorites. As you're getting started with your let's say you're new to crystals and you want to just get started with them. One book I recommend is the Crystal Bible. So oddly enough, I found this one. It's super easy to use. You look up your crystal and it provides information. It even has a back section. So if you were looking for like love help, there's an index. You could look up love and it'll give you a handful of crystals that would also help you with that as well. Okay, so amethyst is, the reason that you see it everywhere is that it is one of the most common stones known to man. And one of the bigger benefits of amethyst is calming, like that calming self, that calming field. So when you go to meditate, if you're down for doing some meditation with your crystals, meditating with amethyst will take that tranquility, integrate it into your system, and it gives you the opportunity to take your meditation to a deeper level. So if we're talking about meditating and you want to know how to meditate with your stones, so you can, if you're laying down, you can actually place the stones on your body. You can use a multitude of stones. You can place them in your chakras, or you can simply hold them in your hand and hold them while you meditate. So you maybe you take a couple or you take one, depending upon if it's round, if it's big, if it's small, what you want to feel. Or you could simply, I also place these on my meditation space and I face them towards me. So when I'm in my meditation altar, my geodes, the bigger the inside of the rock, is actually facing towards me. And if you notice, I also like keeping them up on my shelf above my head so that, I know it's weird to have them above my head, but those actually get infused in all my videos. That is amethyst. So amethyst is helpful for love, for health, for well-being, for taking your meditation to a deeper level. So these are ones that you can place next to your bed. You can place in your office. It'll also provide you a little bit more clarity. So it calms down all of that chaos. You can also keep one in your pocket or keep a few in your pocket if you'd like to balance yourself out as well. So now I want to talk about two other stones that I really enjoy, that I recommend across the board for anybody, and those are black tourmaline and selenite. I'm just going to show you and hold these up. So these are some bigger ones that I really enjoy. So this is selenite in the raw form. Again, you can have raw form or you can have a smoothed, polished form. So that's also this one in the heart shape. You'll notice selenite oftentimes has an option of coming in the heart-shaped one. And then all of my black tourmaline happens to be rough, but I do enjoy a good pendant necklace. I think that's really cool, and I like the raw form, so bigger selenites may look like this. So let's talk about the different uses for selenites and black tourmalines. So one of the things that you want to know is with selenite, it's also a very common stone. So you'll see lots of different kinds of selenite. Selenite will come in the rough form. Selenite will also come in a polished form. You'll see some people will sell selenite swords or big wands of selenites, and those are great for cleansing your space, your body, meditating with them, and raising your frequency. Selenite's also great for sleeping. So I keep a couple of these next to my bed. I also keep my heart stone next to my bed. So I've brought these from where I sleep. My daughter gets one too. One thing to note about selenite is you don't get selenite wet. So if you get selenite wet, it actually disrupts the physical structure of the selenite itself. So you want to make sure that your selenite stays dry. And you can recharge any of your stones, especially selenite, in the moonlight. And really how the stone works is it's connected mostly with the crown chakra. It's connected with the higher celestial frequencies. So this is a great stone to meditate with, to take it that all to the next level. That's why it's also great for sleeping, is because it connects to the angelic realms for your sleep, for your time when you go into that deeper state. So I keep selenite in my office. I keep it next to my bed. I have it with my kid. I also think it's really, really pretty. And I also wear it in necklace form as well. And I like to keep it hanging around my neck. So those are some benefits of the selenite. So this is a rough, fairly large piece of black tourmaline. I have multiple pieces here that you can see in my hand, different kinds of black tourmaline. I like to keep them around. They are great for putting them where you have electromagnetic frequencies, so EMFs, electromagnetic frequency EMFs. I keep some in my office, and I also keep some next to my bed as well. And they're just, it is a good protection kind of stone, if you will. So again, any stones that we recommend or any packages that we put together here at My Life, My Design, we make sure that we have a black tourmaline in it and a selenite for the balancing. So we're raising your frequency, but we're also, with the black tourmaline, centering into your root chakra and anchoring you into the earth in a new way. So those are the three kinds of stones that I'd recommend you get started with. So selenite, super easy to come by, black tourmaline as well, and then the amethyst, which is a great calming, meditative stone. It supports you with manifestation and love. If you're just getting started, so I just want to reiterate, I would recommend the Crystal Bible. Just take on a couple of crystals. You don't have to be overwhelmed. This is a lot of pages with a lot of crystals and a lot of information there, and it can be overwhelming. So my recommendation is you start with like one stone, understand the properties, and then as you meditate, hold the stones, put them in your physical space while you're meditating, whether they're in your hands or maybe if you're sitting up straight, you could just hold them in your hands while you're meditating. If you're laying down, you can use them in your chakras and in your different spaces as well. And start with these three. Simple, easy, and notice what you notice. This is always coming back to intuition. The stones will come in various shapes and sizes. So they're smooth. You can really infuse your energy into or pick it up when you need a pick me up. And then we have the raw stones, which you did see. And then we have some stones that have been made into a point. So this is actually clear quartz. Another one that's easy to come by, still is super powerful. So that point, right, is going to provide some intention, some clarity, so think about that's what it's pointing to something. So whether they're smooth, they're pointed, they've been carved into a particular structure, maybe you find a nice stone that's carved into something that you really enjoy. This is a Ganesha. Just from a beginning standpoint, I would just notice what is intuitively being guided to you. What are you noticing that you're pulled to? Are you noticing it's a piece of jewelry or a mala? Are you noticing it's something that you're going to hold in your hand or you're going to place on your meditation space? So notice that, allow yourself to be guided intuitively, and then play with it and practice and see what shows up for you. As always, be sure to click that like button. If you haven't subscribed yet, click that and you'll be notified when a new video drops each week, training you on all things energy. So be it crystals, meditation practices, or any sort of questions you may have, go ahead and ask in the comments or send us a note and we will get your questions answered.